Today on Good Morning Maine, new details on an Old Town standoff that left one person facing charges and another who's on the run.
Plus, we'll hear how rising gas prices are impacting local drivers.
And we'll recall the time a German agent tried to blow up a bridge in Vanceboro. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us. We'll have all the day's news coming up. But first, a check of that forecast. And it's looking pretty nice for today. Another partly cloudy day, kind of like we had yesterday with just a chance of some sprinkles going by. Yesterday was a beautiful day, and then it downpoured for like maybe 5 minutes or so.
I know, it didn't take that long.
Cleared out again,
Yep.
you know.
Yeah.
Things are definitely cooler, though.
Definitely cooler. It's not really swimming weather anymore.
Yeah.
Here's Devin Biggs with the forecast.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Tuesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. Sign up for your VIP spa membership today and access exclusive members-only services and benefits. It's the perfect gift for the summer. Alrighty, let's get into things this morning. The radar, not too bad. Maybe a few clouds in a few spots. We'll see a lot of sunshine to start things off later today. Maybe some precipitation later today, but only in the form of a few raindrops, and that's about it. As we do zoom things out and give you the bigger picture, though, a lot of this is tracking off on the west and going toward the east, so we're okay to start things off this morning, and we're going to stay quiet pretty much all day long. Set aside a partly cloudy sky and a chance for a few raindrops today, mainly sprinkles though, but by later on tonight, look at this, we really clear out of here with a mostly clear sky that will be expected. And the winds, not a huge deal either, mainly out of the west and the northwest at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. The winds continue to behave themselves with no gusty winds expected, at least through Wednesday. So moving forward for today, lower 70s, partly cloudy with a few sprinkles out there. That northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. By tonight, mostly clear, lows in the lower 50s. That northwest wind at about 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow, upper 70s, partly cloudy, northwest wind at about 5 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period. We'll add some clouds for the afternoon period. Chance for a few sprinkles possible. Temperatures in the 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
Thank you, Devin. Well, there's new information about a standoff in Old Town that occurred Saturday evening. Police are still searching for a man involved they believe is armed and dangerous. Our Devin Dagnall has the latest.
Just after 4 p.m. Saturday evening, Old Town Police received a call reporting a man was holding a gun to a woman's head on Lance Court. An initial investigation determined Jack Fraser and Morningstar Mason were allegedly involved in that altercation.
Initially, police made contact with Morningstar Mason, had a brief interaction where she was uncooperative.
Sergeant Dakota says their investigation led them to believe Fraser and Mason were both in a trailer on Billy Joe Court in Old Town with a firearm. Old Town Police set up a perimeter around the residence and called on the Maine State Police for assistance.
This is the Maine State Police. Come out to the truck in the driveway with nothing in your hand. No one wants to hurt you. I can guarantee your safety, but you have to come out of the house now with nothing in your hand.
Mason was arrested at the scene after an hours-long standoff with police, but Fraser was nowhere to be found.
Ultimately, the Maine State Police tactical team made an entry into the residence and established that Fraser was no longer inside the residence, and the firearm that was reported in the original incident was not found.
Police are still actively searching for Fraser and say he is considered armed and dangerous. Fraser's vehicle was located in Bangor, but his exact whereabouts are unknown at this time. Authorities say if you see Fraser, do not attempt to approach him.
If somebody does think that they have identified him, just reach out to your local law enforcement and they'll be able to help you from there.
In Old Town, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, meanwhile, police are asking for the public's help after an Augusta man's death was officially ruled a homicide. Shortly after 10 o'clock Friday night, the Augusta Police Department got a call from a motorist reporting that a man was on the side of the Old Belgrade Road. The man was later identified as 34-year-old Tyler Robinson of Augusta. Efforts to revive him were unsuccessful. The State Police Major Crimes Unit and Augusta Police investigated his death throughout the weekend, and now the Office of the Medical Examiner has ruled his death a homicide. Authorities are asking anyone who drove through that area between the hours of 9:30 p.m. and 10 o'clock Friday night, who may have seen people running in the roadway or anything suspicious, to call the Maine State Police.
A teenage boy passed away last Thursday afternoon from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. This, according to the Department of Public Safety. A little after 1 p.m. on July 27th, police responded to a home on the Wagner Bridge Road in Waldoboro for a reported 13-year-old boy who suffered a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The initial report reveals the incident happened in front of two of the boys' friends. Detectives continue to investigate the incident, and at this point, there's no word on if it was accidental or purposeful.
A man from Massachusetts died following a crash in Standish. Police say 80-year-old John Benke was traveling on Route 35 around 6:30 Monday morning when he suddenly went off the roadway. The vehicle then struck several trees. Police suspect he suffered some sort of a medical event. Benke was pronounced dead at the scene.
It's now been 10 days since 18-year-old lobsterman Tyler Michaud disappeared while tending to his gear. Search efforts continued Monday for the Steuben lobsterman who graduated from Sumner High School just this year. On Sunday, boats searched Dyer Bay in Steuben to Tom Layton Point in Millbridge. A 4-mile shore search of an island was also conducted. Family, friends, and private pilots have joined the Marine Patrol, Maine State Police, U.S. Coast Guard, Maine Forest Service, and Maine Warden Service in the search. Maine Department of Marine Resources Commissioner Patrick Keeler said in a statement, quote, "I'm grateful for the unprecedented ongoing efforts of all who have joined together in this difficult search."
Well, disturbing vandalism was discovered Friday in an Augusta park. Someone spray-painted graffiti in Mill Park, including 3 red swastikas. There were also more offensive words and symbols like swastikas on a portable toilet and trash can. The city called Casella on Monday to have the toilet removed. City staff has been using spray paint to cover the rest of the graffiti. Authorities are now investigating.
A Maine healthcare company will pay more than $22 million to resolve allegations that it falsified claims. According to the Department of Justice, Martins Point allegedly submitted inaccurate diagnosis codes for its Medicare Advantage plan enrollees in order to get increased reimbursements from Medicare. The DOJ says many of the codes were not supported by the patient's medical records. DHHS Deputy Inspector General for Investigations, Christian Schrank, said, quote, "It's a privilege for health plans to provide services to Medicare beneficiaries, not a right. Medicare Advantage plan sponsors that submit inaccurate claim information in order to justify inflated payments undermine the financial integrity of the program."
All right, I was just thinking about something. You said something at the top of the news about it's not swimming weather anymore.
No.
You are the lady that swims during the winter. It just kind of dawned on me. You'll go out there, snow on the ground, and go for a swim.
Okay, these are different things.
I know.
If I do that, it's because I'm going insane.
Right.
I'm not going insane right now.
Okay.
It's nice out. It's warm.
just-
I'm enjoying myself.
You just need a little shock to the system
Yes.
in the winter. Okay,
Yes.
I get it
That's
now,
to keep myself from doing other crazy things.
Yeah.
There's plenty of stuff to do outside now. You've been thinking.
Oh, wait, I think too much. That's what I do. It's like, wait a minute.
Stop
So-
just thinking, okay.
I've been told that before.
Okay, the time now is 6:08. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, how the rising gas prices are impacting drivers and what you can do to save a little money.
But first, another check of that non-swimming forecast. It's a partly cloudy day with a chance of sprinkles. Not a bad day at all. The highs will be up near 73 degrees. Mostly clear with lows dropping down to around 50 tonight. It is cooling down. Tomorrow, a partly cloudy day with highs near 78.
Established in 1925, Bangor Floral has been a premier provider of beautiful floral arrangements and thoughtful gifts for almost 100 years. Whatever the occasion, our premium collection of colorful blooms, blossoming plants, and gift baskets have warmed hearts for generations. We strongly support the Buy Local movement, purchasing directly from local farms and growers, and we are committed to the preservation of our environment. Bangor Floral, located at 332 Harlow Street. Stop in today to experience a flower shop like no other.
This fall, you'll vote on a costly electric scheme. It's called Pine Tree Power. And here are the facts. It will cost Mainers $13.5 billion. An independent study says it will increase electric bills. And this scheme is so poorly written, Pine Tree Power isn't required to have an operations plan when it takes over. No plan to keep the lights on. That's a bad idea. Vote no on question 3.
Local news weeknights at 6 with Beth Jones and Peter Dubois on ABC 7.
Are you game?
Let's go, come on.
To take a spin.
I am ready. Tell me what you got.
To make a guess.
Hilarious punchline.
You got it, whoa!
To take a trip.
To Maui.
To win it all.
Parting ways. That's it.
Then take a spin on the Wheel of Fortune.
Weekdays at 7 on ABC 7.
U.S. Senator Angus King has introduced bipartisan legislation to expand and strengthen the Center for Disease Control's efforts to combat mosquitoes in the U.S. He is co-sponsoring a bill called the Strengthening Mosquito Abatement for Safety and Health, also called SMASH 2.0 Act. It would provide the CDC additional funding to research and fight the spread of diseases like the West Nile virus. Specifically, the bill reauthorizes the CDC's original Mosquito Abatement for Safety and Health, or MASH, program at $100 million per year. It also authorizes the MASH program to expand training, evaluation, and to support education and training for public health staff engaged in mosquito abatement. Finally, it would require the CDC to coordinate with leaders on stockpiling vector-borne disease control products. Senator King's office says the bill comes as the United States has seen a rise in illnesses traced to mosquito bites.
Well, crowds flocked to the town of Herman all of last week to see some talented young ball players on the diamond. Herman hosted the 2023 Little League State Championships. It was an opportunity for residents in town to catch some live entertainment while also supporting some young athletes from all around the state. Many of the spectators we spoke with said these 11 and 12-year-olds put on a heck of a show.
You get the basketball court, you get the playground, you get the ball field. There's just so much to do here. So it was very much a baseball tournament, but also very much a family-friendly, family-oriented event.
We'll have more on the Little League State Championships coming up in sports.
If you've filled up your car lately, you've probably noticed a jump in prices at the pump. Gas and diesel prices across the state have risen exponentially in the last week alone. Our reporter Doug Banks has the story.
Gas prices are on the rise again. According to a survey of more than 1,200 stations around the state done by GasBuddy, the price per gallon rose almost 12 cents in the last week. The average price is now at $3.75 a gallon. Diesel has also risen to $3.99 a gallon, 15.5 cents higher than last week. The reasons behind the sudden rise are tied to the lack of supply and the rise of crude oil prices.
The supply issues for crude oil were due to the extreme heat that was around the country. Multiple of the largest refineries around the country shut down because of that heat. We were seeing about 2 million barrels per day lower than typical supply.
To help lessen the stress on your wallet, AAA suggests shopping around for the best price. Just doing this story, I drove around Bangor and saw prices at $3.99 and as low as $3.74. Along with driving safer and more efficiently, apps and rewards programs could help save a few bucks too. Like Joshua, for example, a courier driver from Newton, Massachusetts. He says using the Shell Fuel Rewards program saves him money each time he stops.
If you buy a certain number of gallons, then it'll give you extra cents off per gallon for the next fill-up. They are able to charge you a little bit less for the gas, and it really helps the consumer for the bottom line.
According to AAA, if cooler weather comes our way, then refineries can open back up, hopefully bringing the prices down to a reasonable amount. In Bangor, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Boy, it hurts too. I drive a pickup truck and it almost costs like $100 to fill it up now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I have
I fill it up.
Right,
Yeah.
right, I know. I have an exhaust leak right now too, so it's even worse. I have an appointment to get it fixed. My inspection's not up yet, but oh my God.
I like the sound of your car though, you know. Gives a little more muscle to it.
Sounds insane.
Yeah.
Okay, the time now is 6:14. After the break, Dakin Pool will be offering free swim times all this week.
We'll have the details on that and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
We were on the Christmas storm. We had just fixed 2 broken lines. We heard screaming. coming from across the road.
I was so scared that I was going to lose him. He's the apple of my eye.
Nancy said that Kai was choking, and so I gave him a good hard hit in between his shoulder blades and saw something come out of his mouth, so I knew that was a good sign.
If Dana wasn't here, I don't know what I'd done. He just showed up out of the blue, saved his life.
Live from the Maine Lobster Festival in Rockland, it's the Lobster Crate Races. Watch all the excitement, the thrills, splashes and spills in the chilly waters as crowds cheer on racers of all ages. Lobster Crate Races, live from the Maine Lobster Festival in Rockland, Sunday, August 6th, starting at 1:30 p.m. And you can only watch it on Fox 22. Good morning, America.
Welcome back, everyone. From now until August 5th, access to the Dakin Pool in Bangor will be free of charge. The free entrance fees are thanks in parts to Bangor Parks and Rec and the local nonprofit organization called Friends of the Dakin Pool. The organization's Jump In campaign will cover all entrance fees until August 5th, making it easier for folks to partake in the pool and to cool off. Any proceeds gained will be going to the Dakin Pool itself.
This group felt that the city needed support trying to find the lifeguards, there's maintenance, there's new issues. We want to raise $160,000. We're, invested all right back into the pool to serve the kids.
And for more information, you can visit the Friends of the Dakin Pool on Facebook. Don't listen to Emma. Still plenty of time to go swimming. It's good swimming.
I'm not telling people not to go swimming.
It's just not swimming weather. I'm with you, though. It cooled down. As soon as the humidity moved out, I kind of lost my urge to go swimming.
I know. I know, me too. Yeah. But it's good to see Joe up on the screen. I go into his store quite a bit.
Yeah, Joe's a good guy.
Yeah, he does a lot of good deeds through that store, too. Okay, the time now is 6:17.
Let's get a full look at that weather forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. Sign up for your VIP spa membership today and access exclusive members-only services and benefits. It's a perfect gift for the summer. All right, getting into things this morning, the radar's pretty quiet out there. Mainly a few clouds developing in a few spots, so we'll see a lot of sunshine to start things off. But by later this afternoon, we'll get some clouds going and maybe a few raindrops possible in a few spots. We have a cold front moving away from us. High pressure mainly in control today, but again, a few raindrops cannot be ruled out before the day's finished up. Otherwise, our pattern's looking pretty quiet, at least in our backyard, for the next few days. So as we move forward, though, a partly cloudy sky expected, a few raindrops possible before we're all finished up. Later on tonight, all this starts to get out of here. With a mostly clear sky expected later on tonight. And then for your Wednesday, a lot of sunshine to start things off, maybe a few clouds during the afternoon period, and all that will start to back off as we head towards Wednesday night and the parts of Thursday morning. Otherwise, though, average high temperature is 81 degrees, lower 70s today, below normal for a change. Wednesday and Thursday in the upper 70s, lower 70s again for your Friday, upper 70s Saturday and a Sunday, lower 80s make a return as we head towards your Monday. Let's talk about the dew points. So finally, they're getting comfortable for a change, but dew points will start to increase coming up soon again, especially once we head towards Thursday, Friday, also on a Saturday, but then once we head towards Sunday, they will start to back off yet again. But mainly when they do increase, not too bad, lower 60s for dew points is what we'll be seeing. The evening next forecast for today, despite the clouds, will be at a 5, so moderate. A bird time of 45 minutes. Hat, sunglasses, sunscreen, shade will be necessary to avoid a bad sunburn. Now, of course, let's talk about some allergies, though, because many of you have been sneezing out there. Tree pollen is at the moderate category right now. Grass and weed low, mold currently medium. We're going to start seeing mold increasing to the high category coming up later on this week, so be ready for that. Some more sneezing will be possible for a few of you out there. So lower 70s today, partly cloudy with a few sprinkles out there. That northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. By tonight, lower 50s becoming mostly clear, northwest wind at about 5 miles per hour. Moving out towards tomorrow, upper 70s, partly cloudy, northwest wind at about 5 miles per hour. Alrighty, here is a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. Alrighty, mostly cloudy for your Thursday, highs in the upper 70s. More storms on the way Friday and Saturday. Friday's high in the low 70s and upper 70s as we head towards your Saturday.
Living in Maine means long, cold winters and hot, humid summers. Whatever the weather, Bangor Heat Pumps is your solution. Open 24/7, Bangor Heat Pumps takes care of you at home or at work. We operate statewide and service all brands and models. Understanding moving can be stressful. We will help move any units you may have. We offer a veterans discount in our home with a Capeless Hero discount. Visit us online at BangorHeatPumpsLLC.com or call or text us at 307-7746. Bangor Heat Pumps.
Hi, I'm Alice Seeger. Welcome to Belfast Fiber Arts. We provide hand-woven, hand-spun, knitted and quilted, upcycled clothes and art items for your home. We also feature weaving looms, spinning wheels, and supplies. We are a weaving studio and a makerspace with a sewing lab and a textile research library. We offer classes, workshops, and study groups. So stop by and visit us at Belfast Fiber Arts. We're at 171 High Street in Belfast between the Colonial Theatre and the Beanbag Store. We look forward to seeing you.
Some things are worth waiting for. Something reliable, something loyal, something long-lasting. A 6-year warranty? Coyote's got that. One machine for all the dirty work? Count on Coyote. Coyote won't break your heart, and Whittemore & Sons got the deals that won't break the bank. So quit swiping and settling for less. Slide into Whittemore & Sons and be treated like family by a family who cares. 257 Waterville Road, Skowhegan.
If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, contact the law offices of Joe Bornstein to learn about your legal rights. Maine has the highest rate of mesothelioma fatalities in the U.S. You may be eligible to receive compensation if you were exposed to asbestos products while working in a shipyard, mill, factory, or construction site. For a free case evaluation, dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Former President Donald Trump attacking special counsel Jack Smith as he faces the growing prospect of a new criminal indictment. He says could come any day now. And another legal blow in Georgia as Trump loses his bid to boot the Fulton County District Attorney off the case, investigating his efforts to overturn the election results in that state. All this as another Trump staffer has his day in court. ABC's M. Wynn has the latest from Washington.
This morning, Donald Trump slamming special counsel Jack Smith as his legal team braces for a possible new indictment over his efforts to cling to power after losing the 2020 presidential election to now President Joe Biden. On Truth Social, the former president calling Smith highly partisan without evidence, saying, "I assume that an indictment will be coming out any day now," something Trump has been saying since mid-July when he first revealed publicly that he received a target letter from Smith's office. The federal grand jury is expected to meet again today, but that's not a guarantee of an indictment, but signals that the special counsel is close to making a final decision one way or another.
And all they're doing is hoping for massive election interference.
In Miami, Carlos de Oliveira, the head of maintenance at Mar-a-Lago, made his first court appearance after being charged in connection with the classified documents probe.
Carlos, anything you'd like to say?
Smith's team accusing de Oliveira of trying to delete security camera footage at Trump's direction to keep that evidence out of the investigation. He's also charged with lying to the FBI. De Oliveira entered no plea.
The Justice Department has unfortunately decided to bring these charges against Mr. de Oliveira.
And in Georgia, another blow to Trump, a judge forcefully rejecting his motion to disqualify Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis in her investigation into efforts to overturn election results in that state. The judge writing Trump's argument was insufficient. The Georgia Supreme Court declined a similar motion earlier this month. Barricades already up around the courthouse, with officials planning to announce today additional security measures. District Attorney Willis says her work is accomplished and that she is ready to go. Former President Trump has denied any wrongdoing in all cases. M. Wynn, ABC News, Washington.
Well, now to a suspected mass shooting plot thwarted in Tennessee. We're learning more about the armed suspect. Police say he tried to enter a Jewish school but could not get inside. ABC's Andrew Dimbert with that story.
This morning, police in Tennessee say the man in this picture was stopped from carrying out what they call a potential mass shooting.
Today is a great example of very alert, vigilant officers
trying to protect the city. I personally truly believe that we have avoided a tragedy.
The image showing a man in a blue shirt holding a gun was taken at the Margolin Hebrew Academy, the only Orthodox Jewish school in Memphis. Police say he tried to gain access to the building, but the school's security measures prevented him from getting inside.
Suspect did try to enter the building armed with a gun. When he could not gain entry, he fired shots outside the school.
No one was injured when the suspect opened fire outside the building. Police spotted the suspect in his vehicle a short time later, not far from the school. According to investigators, officers shot the man when he stepped out holding that gun. Oscar Gomez said his 3 sons were home when the suspect was shot in their neighborhood.
They throw themselves on the floor so they will not get hit. I have never experienced anything like this. It's like I say, it's very concerning.
The suspect was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Police did not immediately identify him, but local Congressman Steve Cohen said the suspect is a former student at the school.
The CDC says cases of leprosy are rising in Florida. Cases in the southern U.S. have reportedly more than doubled over the last 10 years. Experts say the rise in cases of the disease, which is typically uncommon in the U.S., could mean it's now endemic in Florida. Leprosy, also known as Hansen's disease, is caused by a bacteria and causes skin discoloration, lumps, and ulcers, and damage to the nerves. If left untreated, the disease could lead to blindness, paralysis, eyebrow loss, physical disfigurement, and even the shortening of toes and fingers. Florida now accounts for almost 1/5 of nationally reported cases. The CDC also says that multiple cases show no signs of animal-to-human transmission and is usually spread during lengthy person-to-person contact through airborne droplets from the nose and mouth of an infected person. Leprosy can be cured following a year or 2 of treatment, but can cause permanent nerve damage or disfigurement.
COVID-19 is still among us. The CDC reporting COVID hospitalizations are on the rise in the U.S., possibly signaling a late summer wave. More than 7,000 people were hospitalized across the country the week of July 15th, compared to over 6,000 just the week before. The spike in positive cases predominantly in the southeast. Despite the uptick, COVID rates are still near historic lows, and COVID-related deaths continue to decline. Medical professionals still recommend washing hands, wearing masks, and getting the latest COVID booster shot.
Excess savings made by Americans during the pandemic are declining. Financial experts say it could hurt the economy. Economists at the Federal Reserve in San Francisco are estimating that Americans' excess savings are down to $500 billion from $2.1 trillion during the pandemic. The decline could affect how the economy lands while the feds fight inflation. Economists say the excess savings, which most likely will be spent by households by early 2024, could cause a future decline in general consumer spending. That would make it difficult for the economy to steer clear of a deep recession. It makes sense. Interest rates are going up, gas prices are up, groceries are up. What's not?
Everything's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wah, wah.
Yep. All right. Coming up on the next half of our newscast, did you know that a bridge in one small Maine town was bombed during the First World War? We'll hear from residents as they discuss their town's history.
That and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine for more than 30 years with an extensive inventory, including mini track loaders with attachments, full-size track skid steer, track loader and backhoe, wheel loader with attachments, a 50-foot towable aerial lift, and a 45-foot self-propelled four-wheel drive lift. If you can't find it on our website, we can find it for you. Call for multi-day and weekend special rates.
Do you want to improve or upgrade your home? Well, At Home Furniture, Appliance, and Bedding in Lincoln and Dover Foxcroft has got you covered. We pride ourselves in the relationships we build with every customer, from commercial businesses to homeowners. We have some of the best prices on the best brands of appliances, furniture, and mattresses, and we even offer full kitchen and bath remodels with a designer and installers on staff. So stop in today and check us out at one of our locations and see what we can do to make you feel at home.
I got hurt by a big truck. Why did I call the twos?
Because life-changing injuries deserve life-changing money, and I'll fight to get it for you. We got a client who broke multiple bones in a commercial vehicle accident, $700,000. Another client had a brain injury, and we got them $1.15 million.
If you get hurt by a big truck, call the Twos.
We win for you.
Hurt by a big truck? Call the Twos. We win for you.
Are you looking at buying a house and would like financing options through the Maine State Housing Authority? Stearns Farm Subdivision on Main Road North in Hamden has 32 houses for sale, which have 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and a 1-car garage for a combined total of 1,400 square feet. In order to qualify for financing, you will need to meet the criteria of the Maine Housing Authority and have a household income of less than $97,900. Please reach out to David Smallwood for more information. 949-3506.
You're watching ABC7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Tuesday, August 1st, can you believe it?
That's crazy.
2023. It's also National Girlfriend Day.
This isn't necessarily a day for boyfriends to appreciate their girlfriends, although that's a big part of it.
They should be doing that all the time.
You should do that.
Right.
You scrolled down too much for me. Okay.
No, you're right.
Okay.
You're right.
No, I can't read what that says.
Okay, here we are.
Okay, they should be doing that every day, of course. It's about women supporting women also. Romantic partners come and go, but no matter what happens, your girls will be there in a crunch.
This is a day.
I just think it's funny that you wrote this.
I know,
your
right?
girls.
The girls got your back. This is a day to catch up with your girlfriends, discuss hopes and dreams, and support each other no matter what comes.
Yeah.
This same could be said about the dudes, your boys. So,
Yeah, but the same doesn't really apply on National Boyfriends
Day. It doesn't.
Guys don't really go around their guy friends.
Hanging out with my boyfriend tonight. Yeah, that sounds wrong.
I mean, it's fine. It's just funny.
Yeah.
You say my boys.
Yeah,
that's
the
normal.
boys.
Yeah. I think it's mostly important that if you have a girlfriend, this is the day that you need to post them on Instagram so that everybody knows.
Yeah. Or give them a call, get caught up if you haven't talked to them in a while.
Right, that too.
What would we do without those people that have our backs all the time?
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah. No, I'm very lucky to have very good friends.
We'll be celebrating National Girlfriend Day today. All right, on this day in history back in 1893, Henry D. Perky, I like these, changed the face of breakfast when he received a patent for a machine that made shredded wheat biscuits. Isn't that cool?
I'm still hung up on his name. Sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Mr. Perky.
Mr. Perky.
That's like the off-brand Dr. Pepper.
Right.
Dr.
Perky. Yeah, I love that stuff too. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Perky, for for when you eat your frosted mini wheats in the morning.
Yeah.
He's the guy that came up with all that.
Right. He's not Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting story. I won't get into it, but he didn't even want to get into the food business. He wanted to make these machines and sell them to others, but he ended up doing that.
That's good too. That's good.
All right, moving on now. More serious note. In 1936, the Summer Olympics opened in Berlin, Germany, with a ceremony presided over by Adolf Hitler. Initially, Jews and people of African descent were barred from the games, but that changed after several countries threatened to boycott the competition. Now back to a lighter topic.
Okay. All right. In 1981, music television launched the channel popularly known as MTV, which was mostly known for showing music videos and changed the way many of us enjoy music.
You guys in this generation don't understand MTV,
We don't.
what it was.
No.
I was in high school when it all came out.
Yep.
And I remember everybody would kind of gather around. We'd watch hours of these videos.
Right.
And it really did change the way that you consume music. And,
right.
Then it changed. They added shows and all these reality shows and just kind of messed MTV up.
You don't like Jersey Shore?
No, I stopped watching it years ago. I never got into Jersey Shore. But,
crazy.
Yeah, but I love the old Van Halen and stuff like that videos. Yeah. We look forward to the new videos coming out.
I would like it if they retained the old bit with the music videos, but then they also kept Jersey Shore.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they had the video jocks. That kind of did it just like music DJs and stuff.
That's cool.
I'm killing too much time with all this.
It's okay.
But I loved MTV once.
Okay, birthdays today include actor Jason Momoa, who's 44 today. Rocker Joe Elliott from Def Leppard is 64. And Granny Smith, who has become a star for her funny videos on Instagram, is 96. Her real name is Ross Smith, and she lives in Ohio. Is she the one that's famous for like smoking a lot and doing crazy stuff?
Naughty things, yeah, with her grandson.
Right.
She and her grandson started doing those, and you see those little funny videos.
She smokes, yes.
So, yeah, she's 96 years old, still going
Good for
strong.
her.
So
good for her.
Happy birthday to Granny
She
Smith.
has a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. We definitely ate up too much time. Let's check in with Devin Biggs to see that not swimming weather.
There you go.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Tuesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. Sign up for your VIP spa membership today and access exclusive members-only services and benefits. It's the perfect gift for the summer. Alrighty, let's get into things this morning. The radar, not too bad. Maybe a few clouds in a few spots. We'll see a lot of sunshine to start things off later today. Maybe some precipitation later today, but only in the form of a few raindrops, and that's about it. As we do zoom things out and give you the bigger picture, though, a lot of this is tracking off on the west and going toward the east, so we're okay to start things off this morning, and we're going to stay quiet pretty much all day long. Set aside a partly cloudy sky and a chance for a few raindrops today, mainly sprinkles though, but by later on tonight, look at this, we really clear out of here with a mostly clear sky that will be expected. And the winds, not a huge deal either, mainly out of the west and the northwest at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. The winds continue to behave themselves with no gusty winds expected, at least through Wednesday. So moving forward for today, lower 70s, partly cloudy with a few sprinkles out there. That northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. By tonight, mostly clear, lows in the lower 50s with that northwest wind at about 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow, upper 70s, partly cloudy, northwest wind at about 5 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period. We'll add some clouds for the afternoon period. Chance for a few sprinkles possible. Temperatures in the 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
I was just reminded that MTV had Beavis and Butthead,
right?
Which I thought was quite funny.
Which is more, that's like a millennial and Gen Z thing too. So
then after Beavis and Butthead, it just kind of went downhill from there.
Okay.
Jersey Moms and
Jersey Shore and Teen Moms. You mixed those up.
See, I don't even know what they are.
That would be a good show. I'd watch that
Jersey
show.
Moms?
Jersey Moms.
That'd be great.
Spin off from The Sopranos, but it's all like it's all the
All right,
angry moms.
Totally killing too much time here. All right, the U.S. may not have been involved in. We'll talk about change of subjects here. It may not have been involved in World War I back in 1915, but that didn't prevent one small Maine town from being dragged into that conflict.
Our Jody Hersey has more.
We're a small town. We can make history.
Jean Hogan's grandfather was a railroad clerk in Vanceboro. She remembers growing up in this small town and hearing about Warner Horn, a German army lieutenant who traveled to Washington County to bomb the St. Croix-Vanceboro International Bridge that was carrying both supplies and soldiers to the war front in 1915.
The United States was not in the First World War. We had not entered it. But Canada, it was a part of England. England was in the war. So Canadian soldiers were being brought to Montreal on the train. The Canadian soldiers were put on ships at Halifax and sent over to the war front in Europe. He wanted to disrupt the flow.
According to historical documents, Horn spent 2 days watching the Canadian Pacific Railway to determine the schedule of the trains. Longtime Vanceboro resident Hollis Beers also remembers hearing about Horn and how he only agreed to carry through with the bombing so long as no one was killed.
We had a hotel in town then. He went to the hotel, and that night he went down there, tried to get explosives to blow the bridge up. They hung it under the bridge. Well, dynamite force goes down, and it didn't do hardly any damage.
Documents state some windows were broken, exposing residents in Vanceboro and St. Croix to the frigid elements and causing Horn to suffer frostbite. But the bridge itself sustained minor damage. Horn, who had changed into his German army uniform to avoid being arrested as a spy, confessed to the crime while he was detained at the hotel. He served 18 months in the U.S. on a charge of transporting explosives. He was then extradited to Canada, where he was found guilty and sentenced to an additional 10 years.
The bridge that Horn tried to bomb has since been replaced, but the story of what he attempted to do still lives on here in the town of Vanceboro.
He probably figured back here in a hick town, you know, he wouldn't be noticed. But sometimes that works against you.
In Vanceboro, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
People in Maine pay attention, especially in the small towns. You notice anything unusual, so he picked the wrong place.
Right. I love a history lesson on the morning news. That's good stuff.
Me too.
Okay, still to come here, Ryan Sudol will have the latest with sports.
Don't go away.
ABC 7, Fox 22, Healing Hands Massage, and Moosehead Medicine want to send you to see the Lumineers live in concert with special guest James Bay, Wednesday, August 16th at the Maine Savings Amphitheater in Bangor. Sign up to win tickets by registering at Healing Hands Massage in Hamden, providing professional massage services tailored specifically for our clients, or Moosehead Medicine in Greenville. From pain relief to relaxation, we have what you need to improve your well-being. Win tickets to see the Lumineers August 16th on the Bangor waterfront.
Your favorite restaurants were half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Go to foxbangor.com, click on half off dining, and start saving now.
Mossy Ledge Spirits is a true hidden gem in Etna. Located just 3 miles off I-95, exit 167, we are home to tastings, tours, cocktails, to-go drinks, bottles, live music, and priceless memories. So enjoy some pizza and raise a glass here at Mossy Ledge Spirits.
Great restaurants from all over Eastern Maine at half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7.
The first ever Mazda CX-50, purpose-built for the outdoors. With our most advanced driving technology for responsive, consistent performance, on-road and off, that entices you to go further, more often.
Find your new Mazda today at Varney Mazda, 260 Hogan Road in Bangor, and discover what Varney value is all about.
All the nonsense
Fibber.
meets no nonsense.
I don't buy it.
Judge Judy.
Weekdays at 5 on ABC 7.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's start on the diamond. On Saturday, Trenton Acadian Senior Legion Baseball won the Maine state title. Looking back as they prepare for regionals, chemistry and family, in more ways than one, is what got them this far.
It feels awesome. It's really special for us, really special for our community.
Winning the championships are always good, but we're not done.
Trenton Acadian Senior Legion Baseball are the Maine state champions for the first time in their nearly 50-year history. And they're off to regionals.
I told the guys, been together for 11 years, and some of these younger guys is 9, 10 years, so playing together for so long kind of builds the chemistry and gets us going.
And once they got going in the state tournament, there was no stopping them, going a perfect 5-0.
We're a very tight-knit group, blue-collar group as well. I mean, they work so hard, and they're so determined and so passionate. It's just awesome to see. That's just the way they are.
The Acadians won the title game 2-0 over Hamden. Tournament MVP Hunter Curtis pitched a complete game shutout in his first game on the mound since his senior season at Ellsworth High last year.
That kid is special. He threw his stuff and they weren't touching it.
He really needed to because he throws hard. He didn't want to pitch all season, but he was willing to do it in this moment, and that's all you ask for out of a guy like that.
Another big story, another Curtis. Rising Ellsworth sophomore Dawson Curtis hit what would be the game-winning RBI to break the scoreless tie in the 6th inning.
If you need something, he'll step up and do it for you, either on the field, off the field.
I'm glad we have him because I don't know where we'd be without that little guy.
He also scored the game-tying run in the 9th inning of the Junior Acadians Legion title game after the senior game ended. They would go on to win and complete the program sweep.
He was going to do whatever he could to help both teams win that state championship. Baseball's booming right now, and we love it.
The Senior Acadians will start regional play in Shrewsbury, Mass. on Wednesday. But no matter what happens there, players like Andre Lozano playing their last games of organized baseball wouldn't have it any other way.
This has been great for the last run. I love these guys, made great friends along the way. And it's sad to let it go, but this was the right time to let it go for sure.
Okay, now to some more baseball. Sunday in Herman was the Maine Little League Baseball State title game. Gray New Gloucester and Augusta going at it. A ticket to regionals in Bristol on the line. and that ticket was punched. Gray New Gloucester, a dominant display, defeated Augusta 12-0 in 5 innings to win the state title. Caden Oliver on the mound pitched a no-hitter, one of his many strikeouts here, and the bats were on fire. There you see a home run by Caleb Barker. And in the bottom of the 5th inning, a chance to end the game, and Mason Emergent does just that, a 3-run walk-off homer to clinch the win for GNG. It's their first state title and trip to regionals in program history.
Once it came off the bat, I knew it was gone. 3-0 count, I just wanted to hit a ball, score a run. And then it just went out. I'm definitely going to remember this for the rest of my life.
The boys have made history for Gray New Gloucester. So we really feel the love from everybody. For the town, this is the furthest that we've ever been. So we're really excited.
Big congratulations to them. Okay, now for some Patriots news. The team is searching for a solid veteran back to back up Ramondre Stevenson, and a potential candidate came to town over the weekend. Free agent back and former Dallas Cowboy Ezekiel Elliott was in Foxborough Saturday visiting the team, and reports suggest that the meeting was a, quote, productive one. Meanwhile, the Patriots strapping on the pads for the first time Monday. One of the areas of concern continues to be the offensive line. Tackle Trent Brown could be the key, provided he stays healthy, and Coach Belichick says so far, so good.
Yeah, Trent's, in good shape. He's lighter than he's been, and he's been working at left tackle. So, again, none of the linemen have been in pads. Nobody's been in pads, so you work on the fundamentals and the footwork and the assignments that we can work on.
And finally, let's talk some college football. On Monday, down at Bowdoin College was the 16th annual Maine Football Coaches Kickoff Luncheon. Coaches from the 7 collegiate programs in the state were on hand, including many high school coaches as well. The legendary Jack Cosgrove is ready to kick off his 5th year at Colby, while Bowdoin's B.J. Hammer begins his 5th year in Brunswick. Both say the building blocks are in place for the Mules and Polar Bears to have successful seasons.
We've got returning all-conference players, 3 on defense and 1 on offense. So we've got a really good core group that we just have to build on.
Going from a team to a program is our players have expectations now. It's not my expectations, it's theirs. So they understand what you have to do to reach that point.
And look at the time we have for sports. I'm Ryan Sudol. We'll be back right after the break.
Every night is pizza night at Dragonfire Pizza. From wings, salads, and sides to our specialty wood-fired pizzas. You'll find everything you need to satisfy any craving by the slice or by the pie. A little slice of heaven is waiting for you at Dragonfire Pizza, Mill Mall, Ellsworth.
People ask me all the time, does Lowry & Associates really get all of those clients, all of those big settlements? Yes, we do. And you know what else is true? I really am standing on top of this big truck.
Here we are at Rennie's and Wells on Route 1. Let's go see some people. Come on.
We need some swimsuit and some fun stuff for the kids to do and enjoy the beach.
What game did you get?
Candyland?
Candyland. That's a good one.
Oh, that is a good one.
That's a fun game.
Awesome store, down to earth. I love it. It's just fantastic. It's an adventure coming here all the time. It's like a treasure hunt,
Rennie's
No, I know. That's a slogan, but I mean, that's what it's about, Rennie's, the main adventure.
In the heart of downtown Belfast, immerse yourself in a world of alpaca apparel at the Blue Alpaca. Because alpaca fibers are moisture-wicking, hypoallergenic, and softer than even cotton, you'll be ready for a comfortable and fashionable summer. Stop by their ranch location to interact with these amazing animals and enjoy the beautiful Maine outdoors with your very own alpaca walk. Shop in-store or online today and take advantage of their free nationwide shipping. The Blue Alpaca. Feel the difference.
The actor Angus Cloud, who perhaps is best known for playing the drug dealer Fezco, also known as Fez O'Neill, on HBO's Euphoria, has passed away. His acting credits also include the films North Hollywood and The Line. Cloud was 25 years old. His family released a statement saying he passed away Monday in Oakland, California. Cloud had just buried his father last week and had intensely struggled with the loss. He was recently cast opposite Melissa Barrera in a new horror movie for Universal Pictures. There was no immediate word on a cause of death.
Well, meanwhile, condolences are also pouring in for Paul Rubens, the comic mastermind behind Pee Wee Herman. The oddball character, loved by children and adults alike. Herman passed away yesterday at the age of 70 after a long battle with cancer. Here's ABC's Rhiannon Alley with more.
Paul Reubens was a comedic icon. With his gray suit, signature bow tie, and that laugh. His famous Pee Wee Herman character became a cultural phenomenon. From Pee Wee's Playhouse, a TV staple in the 1980s, to Pee Wee's Big Adventure on the silver screen in 1985.
I know you are, but what am I?
I know you are, but what am I?
I meant to do that.
But Reubens suffered a setback in 1991 when he was arrested for indecent exposure in Florida. Reubens, weeks later, dressed as Pee Wee, opened the MTV Video Music Awards with this.
Heard any good jokes lately?
Reubens later appeared as non-Pee Wee characters in Batman Returns and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. In a final statement published posthumously, Reubens apologized to fans for not disclosing his 6-year cancer battle, adding, "I have loved you all so much and enjoyed making art for you." Stars from Cher to Conan O'Brien to Mark Hamill now expressing condolences and revealing how thoughtful Paul was. Conan writing, "Everyone I know received countless nonsensical memes from Paul on their birthday, and I mean everyone." And Jimmy Kimmel sharing, he never forgot a birthday and shared his genuine delight for silliness with everyone he met. Paul Reubens was 70 years old. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Boy, he was such a big star there for a while. Haven't heard from him in a while. It's sorry to hear about his passing.
I know. People really loved Euphoria, too, and Angus Cloud. So young.
Yeah.
It's crazy. All right. Now here's meteorologist Evan Biggs with our full weather forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. Sign up for your VIP spa membership today and access exclusive members-only services and benefits. It's a perfect gift for the summer. All right, getting into things this morning, the radar is pretty quiet out there. Mainly a few clouds developing in a few spots, so we'll see a lot of sunshine to start things off. But by later this afternoon, we'll get some clouds going and maybe a few raindrops possible in a few spots. We have a cold front moving away from us. High pressure mainly in control today, but again, a few raindrops cannot be ruled out before the day's finished up. Otherwise, our pattern's looking pretty quiet, at least in our backyard, for the next few days. So as we move forward, though, a partly cloudy sky expected, a few raindrops possible before we're all finished up. Later on tonight, all this starts to get out of here. A mostly clear sky expected later on tonight. And then for your Wednesday, a lot of sunshine to start things off, maybe a few clouds during the afternoon period, and all that will start to back off as we head towards Wednesday night and parts of Thursday morning. Otherwise, though, average high temperature is 81 degrees, lower 70s today, below normal for a change. Wednesday and Thursday in the upper 70s, lower 70s again for your Friday, upper 70s Saturday and a Sunday, lower 80s make a return as we head towards your Monday. Let's talk about the dew points. So finally, they're getting comfortable for a change, but dew points will start to increase coming up soon again, especially once we head towards Thursday, Friday, also on a Saturday, but then once we head towards Sunday, they will start to back off yet again. But mainly when they do increase, not too bad, lower 60s for dew points is what we'll be seeing. The evening index forecast for today, despite the clouds, will be at a 5, so moderate. A bird time of 45 minutes. Hat, sunglasses, sunscreen, shade will be necessary to avoid a bad sunburn. Now, of course, let's talk about some allergies, though, because many of you have been sneezing out there. Tree pollen is at the moderate category right now. Grass and weed low, mold currently medium. We're going to start seeing mold increasing to the high category coming up later on this week, so be ready for that. Some more sneezing will be possible for a few of you out there. So lower 70s today, partly cloudy with a few sprinkles out there. That northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. By tonight, lower 50s becoming mostly clear, northwest wind at about 5 miles per hour. Moving out towards tomorrow, upper 70s, partly cloudy, northwest wind at about 5 miles per hour. Alrighty, here is a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. Alrighty, mostly cloudy for your Thursday, highs in the upper 70s. More storms on the way Friday and Saturday. Friday's high in the low 70s and upper 70s as we head towards your Saturday.
The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
we started this business, Braylon and I, we had nothing. We went in debt beyond belief.
The financing was huge. Just these doors opened.
Met the sales guy. He's like, "Oh, we'll be able to get you financed." He was so positive. I kind of chuckled. I said, "Sure, try it." You know, like 0%, you're fully approved. So awesome.
It allowed a small business to have this opportunity.
Experience United, your local John Deere dealer.
ABC 7, Fox 22, Leo & Sons Auto Repair, and River's Edge Chiropractic want to send you to see the Lumineers live in concert with special guest James Bay, Wednesday, August 16th at the Main Savings Amphitheater in Bangor. Sign up to win tickets by registering at Leo & Sons Auto Repair in Hamden, a family-owned business providing fast and dependable auto repair services, or River's Edge Chiropractic in Old Town. Move better, feel better, live better. Win tickets to see the Lumineers August 16th on the Bangor waterfront.
I ought to slap this gavel on this thing. Gotcha! You ain't got no friends back there.
This is the thing.
Oh, you probably shouldn't have said that.
Judge Steve Harvey. New Wednesday, 8, 7 Central on ABC.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
Fajizzle. I didn't do it right, did I?
Fashizzle.
Fashizzle. Okay. Snoop Dogg's got a sherbet swizzle, and the rapper dropped 6 more bombs along with it at Walmart. I tried. Rapper and business entrepreneur Snoop Dogg is hoping you free your mind and free up some cash, too, for his new ice cream called Dr. Bombay. The ice cream line comes from Snoop's cryptocurrency non-fungible token name. I don't know. That's what it says?
That's okay.
And the Snoop is offering 7 flavors: sherbet swizzle, cocoa cream, cookie dream, bonus track brownie, syrupy waffle sundae, s'more vibes, iced out orange cream, and rolling in the dough. The pints are at Walmart's now for about $4.98.
That's fantastic marketing.
For sizzle. I can't do it.
For shizzle.
Yeah.
For show. For show.
There you go.
Okay, AMC is reporting record high numbers thanks to 2 of the biggest movies of the summer. The movie theater chain says Barbie and Oppenheimer helped it reach its highest record for weekly admissions revenue in its 103-year history during the week of July 21st to the 27th. AMC also says that same weekend was also the best since reopening during the pandemic. Okay, looks like we're about out of time. We hope you have a great day.
Have a good day.